all these things that we look upon as achievements, they are quite intangible. So I'm not sitting down and sulking and saying, oh my God, we should live our lives with a sense of destiny, with a sense of purpose, knowing that we are on this earth to do something. Hello guys, welcome to today's podcast. We'll be discussing something very interesting, something very personal to me, something I find very emotional, close to my heart. And the reason is because I know so many people who are going through this, people who have come to ask me questions, Oluchi, how do I handle this? Oluchi, how do I go through this? And today we're going to be talking all about it. So stay tuned, invite your friends, share the link, and tell everybody we're having a very important conversation here. So let's just get right to it. What do you do when it seems like your friends, your peers, people you went to school with, people you grew up with, they're doing better than you? And then when it even seems, when that is actually the reality, right? They're doing better than you, their life seems much better, they are moving forward. I mean, they've gotten married, they have better jobs, they have kids. I mean, I don't know what level you are in right now. But what do you do in that kind of situation? And it's very interesting topic to discuss because it's not something that principles can take away. No matter what I say here, it cannot change your situation. No matter what I say here, it can't make you married tomorrow. No matter what I say here, it can't give you that dream job that you're expecting. But one thing that we discuss here, what we discuss here will do to you is that it's going to give you a new perspective. It's going to give you a new outlook, how to look at your present situation, how to see what you're going through in the best light, and how to make sure that this phase of your life forms you to become that person that God has made you to be. Before we start, I'd like to say that I don't encourage comparison. If we have listened to all our previous podcasts, it has just been about that, no comparisons. But sometimes, if we're honest with ourselves, it's very difficult to just not look at other people around you. It's very hard, especially if what you're going through, the pain you're going through, the situation you're in, is not causing you physical pain. It's causing you physical, emotional pain. What do? You can't just close your eyes shut. You can't say, oh, I'm not going to see them. You open your phone every day, you see them. You can't say you want to seclude yourself or isolate yourself from the world. So the question is, what do you do? And the first thing we're going to be starting with is have a personal assessment. Sit down, right? Chill and assess yourself. Find where you are. Ask yourself, why am I in this place that I am right now? What circumstances led to me being in this place that I am right now? Because if you're comparing yourselves to your friends, people who are like your contemporaries, your peers, and you're looking at them and you're like, okay, why is my life not as good as their life is? It means that all of you guys were in a phase whereby you were thrown similar opportunities. Let's say your classmates, for example. Maybe you're not in the same environment, you had the same teachers, you had the same courses, you had the same opportunities in school. But the question is, what did they do different? What did I do different? Now, this is not to compare yourselves. This is not to say, okay, I was bad here. No, it's called assessment. You're not doing it to bring yourself down. You're doing it so that you can know where you are at. And from knowing where you are at, you can know how to move forward. One of the main things is that we've already underlooked our position. We have made it into a super big deal. I'm not saying it's not a big deal, but we have glamorized it. We have expanded it so much. It's so big in our eyes. Oh my God, this is my problem. And your problem has become so big in your eyes, but you're refusing to see it. The problem has become so big in your eyes and you're refusing to handle it. But when you're doing a personal assessment, what you're doing is that you're trying to say, okay, what exactly is the issue? Personal assessment is not something that you just sit down one day and you do it. No. It's something that takes a period of time. And what happens when you have that personal assessment is that you're able to define your journey from there on. You're able to know, okay, maybe the reason why this is happening is because of this. Then I need to change this. I need to do this. Let's set an example. Maybe you have a friend, both of you were in the same course, you were studying both like technical courses and something like that, and this friend got a job, a big massive job in some big company, and you're just here still searching for a job, for example, and you're asking yourself, what did I do wrong? Like, why don't I have this job? Me and this person went through the same curriculum, but I see that this person has it better than me. What's the issue? You sit down with yourself. You say, okay, did I learn all the available skills that is required for me to get this job? Have I positioned myself in a particular way that will make me get this job? Do I have enough skill sets? Do I have enough mini experiences that will position me to get this job? Once again, you're not comparing yourself to another person, but you're looking at what you are right now and the possibilities that are available for you. And I said, okay, maybe this is missing. Let me build on this. This is missing. Let me work on this. This is missing. Let me do this. Let me do that. That's what personal assessment will do to you. Another thing that personal assessment will do to you is that it will give perspective to your journey. In the sense that you'd realize that those peers that you're comparing yourself to, or you are thinking that, why am I not doing as good as they're doing, is because you guys are on a different journey. And when I was thinking about this was the perfect example that came to my mind. I studied a 4-year course, and after I finished my bachelor's, I went for my master's. The same year when I was graduating from my master's was the same year that not my classmates, but people in my peer who studied medicine were also graduating. So by my graduation day, I had 2 degrees. But by their own graduation day, they had just 1 degree. Imagine they compare themselves to me and say, oh my God, why don't I have a master's? Like, Oluchi does have a master's, and like says things like, and they say things like that, or they are thinking like that to themselves. It doesn't make sense, because they know that they are on a different journey. They know that they are doing something completely different. The knowledge of that gives perspective to their path. It makes them to realize that, okay, Oluchi is going on this journey. So she had 4 years for bachelor's, 2 years for master's. But me, I'm going on this journey. That is why I had 6 years for my bachelor's. It makes you to understand yourself and give yourself some grace. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. You give yourself some grace. You say, okay, calm down. It's not as deep as it is. Sometimes you have peers who probably have family money, who probably have a lot of things already going on for them, and maybe you guys just met in a particular situation, and then you guys just became contemporaries, and then you guys are moving on a journey. But they have background completely different from you. Their parents can sponsor them, give them anything that they need or they have. The fact that you don't have this doesn't make you worse of a person. It just means that your journey is different. And when you have this perspective, you know that it makes no sense to compare yourself with them or to look at them. What it will do is to tell you that, okay, now this is the path that I am on. This is the path that I am going on. What can I do with what I have? What can I do with my resources? Now that I know that, okay, these are my weaknesses, this is my strength, these are the things that I'm not capable of, these are the inadequacies. Once I know all these things through personal assessment, I know how to move. So I know that my family doesn't have a lot of money as my friend's family has. And if I'm aspiring to work in a very big company, for example, I know that I don't have the connections that they have. So what do I do? So I'm not sitting down and sulking and saying, oh my God, why is my life like this? Why are my friends doing better than me? No, I'm not doing that. What I'm doing now is that I'm looking at myself and say, okay, from this point that I'm at, what can I do to move? Most of the times when people look at their peers and say that my peer is doing better, comparing themselves to their peers, what happens to them is they have this inability to move. It's like they're just stuck. You feel stuck. And the reason why you feel stuck and you're not able to move is because you have not assessed your situation. Some people are actually moving, but they're moving in the wrong direction, because they're not doing it from a place of assessment to their own personal goals. They're doing it at a place of comparison, just trying to feed that their self-esteem. But that's not how it's supposed to be. The same way a medical student will not compare themselves to me and feel bad when I have a double degree and they don't have a double degree, is the same way you would not feel bad when you see that your friend has achieved more, like more in quotes, than you. And you say, oh, yeah, it's okay. That is their journey. Personal assessment is the first and the foundation for everything. When you do this, you know how to move. I mean, there are other things, but for everybody, the journey is kind of personal, depending on what it seems like their friends are doing better at. Because I mean, like I said, a lot of angles, career, marriage, and the rest, family, it's a lot. But one thing I also want to mention as we bring this podcast to an end is that destiny and purpose do not stop in the face of difficulty. They do not stop in a place where you feel like you're not doing enough. And that is how we should live our lives. We should live our lives with a sense of destiny, with a sense of purpose, knowing that we are upon this earth to do something. We are upon this earth for a particular reason. So even though it seems like maybe your friends are doing better than you, or people are moving ahead and moving further, in the space that you are in, do not stop to fulfill purpose. A very good example for me would be the life of Joseph. He was sold to slavery, went to Potiphar's house, then went to prison. And it just felt like his life was just going down, going down, going down. But in every place that Joseph found himself in, every place he was in, he fulfilled purpose. Every place that he was in, he made sure that his hand got something to do. When you're doing something, when you're active, when I don't want to use the word busy, right? Because you could be busy for the wrong thing. Or when you are busy chasing purpose, even when things are not going well, even when it is difficult, even when it feels like what's happening with my life, even when all these things happen, you still have this sense of peace. You still have this sense of direction. You still have this sense of leading. Which is why I want to say to everybody listening to me, if it seems that your life is not moving forward and your friends are doing better than you, could the question be that, do you not know your purpose? Do you not know what God is asking you to do? Could the reason for you feeling stuck be that you don't just know how to move or where to move to? And if the answer to that question is, oh, actually, yes, I actually do not know my purpose, that is the first thing that you have to do. To discover why you are here. Because you keep moving and keep moving and keep moving, and there will be no headway. There will be no fulfillment. Why? Because you're not doing what you were made to do. So even if you're doing a personal assessment where you don't even know your purpose or your destiny, it can't be quality assessment. So the third thing I would say is that some things require more time. Like I mentioned earlier, give yourself grace. Every person on earth is on a different journey. And just because it seems like you're the one going through difficulty now, doesn't mean that you are behind. Doesn't mean that you're in the worst place. It's hard, I understand. The emotional pain, it's hard. But some things require time. And if you're a believer, one thing I know is that when God is making something, when God is cooking, when He's making good, it takes time. So as long as you're in Him, as long as your direction is focused on Him, as long as you have not lost your communication with Him, then it's just a matter of time. Joseph spent 13 years in the prison, but with time, he was taken to the palace. So I will end this podcast and say, do not lose hope. Do not be discouraged. Do not be frightened. Do not compare. God is just getting started with your story. What He's planning for you to do, where He's taking you to, is beyond your imagination. Look at everybody who suffered for the sake of the Lord in the scriptures. Everybody who did. How did their story end? What was their testimony? I want you to take courage in that. I want you to take faith in that. I want you to just say, if this happens to this person, then it can happen to me. If the Lord can see this person through this difficulty, then He can see me through. So in this place of pain, in this situation that you're in right now, do not lose hope. I know of a particular lady. She got married for the first time at the age of 60. But if you see the value that woman has, worldwide value, things that she invested her time in those days when she was single. This lady is extremely pretty. There was no reason for her, in my personal opinion. And she's godly, writing Christian books, going for Christian events, speaking to women, encouraging women. So she was a woman of God. So it's not that she wasn't spiritual or anything. But for the first time, she got married at the age of 60. But it made me to realize something. That many of the things that we look upon as achievements upon the earth, riches, marriage, career boost, fame, all these things that we look upon as achievements, they are quite intangible. And yes, I said married because in heaven we will not be married. In heaven, what God would check is, what did you do with the life that I gave to you? It's our works that will be tried. So maybe this is also a sign for us to take our eyes off the things that the world has glamorized as achievements, things that the world has glamorized as success, things that the world has said, if you don't get this, then probably you are a failure. Let's take our eyes off those things and let's set our gaze upon Jesus and say, okay, what is the Lord calling success in my space? What is the Lord calling success in my life? So the problem could be that you are basing your standards of success and all these things on what the world says, which is not supposed to be, which is not. Right? So, I think that's everything that we discussed today. Go through this season that you are in right now with grace. Go through it with the Lord. But if there is one thing I know, that your situation, your pain, your difficulty is redemption and hope to other people in the world. For me personally, all the struggles that I've had, all of them has been a seed for what God helps me to do in my life presently. I went through a very interesting phase. It's not even about comparing myself to my peers, but also in this matter of your pain can be a source of redemption and hope to people. And after the phase ended, I realized that when I'm talking to people who have gone through who went through similar things like I did, we just get ourselves. I have more empathy towards them, towards their situation. So it could be that what you're going through right now is just for one person, two people, or a whole generation who are also going to go through that same difficult situation. But they need your pain to be able to feel what they felt so you can help them and bring them up. Yeah, once this is going to be fine. Do not look at people. Do not look at people around you. Focus on your unique journey. And if you do not know your purpose and you want to find your purpose, you want to find your identity, do not forget to register for our identity formation and recovery course. The link is going to be in the comment section. Alright guys, we've come to the end of today's podcast. Next week I'll be having somebody over and we're going to have an amazing discussion upon this topic. It's going to be more practicals, more examples, right? It's not just going to be my encouragement like today and now, just calm, right? It's going to be practicals, what to do, specific situations, and I know that's going to bless you. So stay tuned to next week's episode. Bye.